Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about a new strategic dilemma that India faces, that how it need to deal with the Bangladesh issue. Bangladesh, we know, is a country that was considered as a friendly country by India, but after the ouster of Sheikh Hasina regime, we have seen country taking anti-India stance, country giving a statement that is more favoring Pakistan's and China's stance, and that has created a new phase of distancing, we can say, between Bangladesh and India as such. Although India, as we have discussed, traditionally has viewed Bangladesh as a significant ally in South Asia, but due to this change in the political scenario, domestic political scenario of Bangladesh, you also have seen India taking a lot of punitive measures against Bangladesh, and that has led to further decline or deterioration of relationship as such. Obviously, the displeasure with Dhaka's political shift, we know that in the month of August 2024, Sheikh Hasina was ousted from her prime ministership post in Dhaka in Bangladesh after a large-scale protest, and after that Muhammad Yunus has taken a role as a chief advisor to Bangladesh unless and until the elections or next democratic elections are held, which are going to be held in the end of this year or in the early next year as such. So a range of strategies including sudden trade restrictions, public demonstrations and heightened strategy posturing is being seen from both India's and Bangladesh side as such. Now again, to trace back the disturbances that is created or the disruption that was created between the bilateral relation of India and Bangladesh is due to the ouster of Sheikh Hasina. We have seen a large-scale protest erupting against her government, largely led by student leaders, and we have seen a mass participation of students from all the universities of Bangladesh. The issue began with the issue of what we call as reservation that Sheikh Hasina's regime has instituted for the freedom fighters and their descendants. Freedom fighters here refer to people who lost their life or who have participated in the Bangladesh's war of liberation when it created itself and presented itself as a new nation separating from the Pakistan as such. So from conversion from what you can call as East Pakistan to Bangladesh, that war, and anyone who has participated in that war, their descendants get advantage by having a reservation in the universities and all that. So that was the beginning of the protest, and that protest finally culminated into ouster and removal of ouster of her regime, you can say, and she has to flee and take political asylum in India since August 2024. After that, we have seen coming of Muhammad Yunus as chief interim advisor, and he, rather than again arranging new fresh elections in Bangladesh, he also has focused on cementing his grip on Bangladesh's political power or political chair, as we can see. And that is why we have seen a lot of his statements have drawn flack from India, especially the statement that he has made in connection with Pakistan, in connection with China as such. So overall, what we have seen that as reaction of this, India has also taken a lot of countermeasures such as border pressure. We have seen in the recent days more than 1,600 people were sent across Bangladesh border, either those who have illegally migrated or who were willing to become a refugee in India. So they have been sent back, and also India has gone ahead and has begun fencing along the entire Indo-Bangladesh border, those stretches which were not fenced till now, and that also has created a lot of problems between India and Bangladesh. As such, we also have seen heated exchanges between the border guards of Bangladesh and the border security forces of India. Diplomatic freeze, obviously, we have seen where the diplomatic exchanges, diplomatic summits and meetings that used to take place just before last year, those meetings are not taking place. The back channel diplomacy, backtrack, we can talk about back channel discussion that Indian and Bangladeshi people used to have or politicians used to have, that also seems to be missing in action, and both countries have imposed trade restrictions against each other as well. Now, obviously here Bangladesh is going to be losing a large revenue because most of its export, largely we talk about from the ready-made garment sector, we talk about clothing makes up the largest export of Bangladesh, almost 79% of its total export, RMG or ready-made garment export, we can say. Most of these used to be exported to other countries such as countries of Europe, such as US, Italy, Germany, Netherlands, or US or UK. Most of them used to used to go to this country by using the ports of India as such, whether it is the land port or whether it is the seaport. Now, India has banned transshipment facility to Bangladesh, and later on they also have imposed a sweeping port restrictions on a range of import from Bangladesh, including the ready-made garment as well as processed food as such. This move has come just weeks after the revocation of key transshipment facility for Dhaka also. So this decision has coincided with the diplomatic strains that triggered by provocative remarks from a top Bangladeshi official in China. Now, before looking at what was this top provocative remark and how deterioration between India and Bangladesh relations we have seen, let us try to understand that in Legacy IAS Academy, we are going to soon launch batches, and the next batch is going to start on 9th and 11th of August. Now, obviously, we believe that preparation of UPSC is not an easy hurdle, and there is need to be a comprehensive guidance for the students, for the aspirants, right from the beginning of exam till the end of examination. So that is why we focus on comprehensive coverage of all the GS papers. We also believe that students need to be guided properly so that not deviate from the path, and they know that what exactly they have to do in each successive stages of their preparation, and that is where the role of mentorship cannot be underemphasized. Also, we have doubt solving session so that students not go back to their home with the doubts harbored in their mind. We also believe that there should be regular interaction with educator, and to ensure that we believe that there cannot be and should not be more than 40 students per batch, so that interactions between student and educator can be ensured to a maximum degree. We also believe that the approaches we should take for the for clearing of UPSC civil service examination should not be done in silo. It should be an integrated exercise right from prelims, mains to the interview, and that is why we have a daily mains and writing practice. We also have test series both for prelims and mains right from the start, so the students can judge themselves, can evaluate themselves better. If you want to know more about the courses, the features of the programs and all, either you can give a call at the given number here, or you can click the link in the description box of this video. Now, before going further into the Indo-Bangladesh issue, first of all, let us try to understand the geography of Bangladesh. Bangladesh, if you look at this area, this entire area of Bangladesh is surrounded by India from the side as such. So, for example, in the western side, you have West Bengal. Then from the north, you have the northeastern states such as Assam, Meghalaya, and then from the east, then you have the states such as Tripura and Mizoram as such. Then on the south, it's surrounded by Myanmar as such. So we can say that almost from the three sides, Bangladesh is surrounded by Indian territory. Now, the the region which has created major controversy between Indo-Bangladesh relationship was a statement given by Muhammad Yunus when he was attending a summit in China. While during his meeting with Xi Jinping, he has made a remark that Bangladesh is the sole guardian of Indian Ocean, especially Bay of Bengal, and the northeastern states of India are a landlocked state. Not only that, he also has invited China to build some important project here. For example, Lal Monirhat Air Base, that is located in Bangladesh, very close to the northeastern border. Bangladesh is trying to again revive it, refurbish it, and also they are bringing China to ensure the development in this area. So all these have raised eyebrows, obviously, in New Delhi. Also, the region what has created a problem for India and Bangladesh is not only the political parties or political what you can call as leader, but even the entire mood in Bangladesh has shifted from pro-India to anti-India, and is fearing more Pakistani involvement and Chinese involvement, whether it is in the military partnership or economic partnership as such. An example of this we can see from the fact that now in the media of Bangladesh, rather than using term Bangladesh, they are using frequently term New Bangladesh. What is New Bangladesh? Now, New Bangladesh here refer to a situation where they are trying to emphasize that when Bangladesh was created as a separate sovereign nation from Pakistan, it was not largely because of contribution made by Ziaur Rahman. It not made by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman is considered also as the father of Bangladesh, and he was pro-India. And it is his daughter, Sheikh Hasina, who was pro-India, who has supported India many times, and overall her regime has largely been changed now. So now the New Bangladesh refers to the contribution made by Ziaur Rahman, who declared independence, and also it is his contribution, now people are saying, public is saying, has resulted in the formation of provisional government of Bangladesh and finally the independence of Bangladesh. So till now, in the people of Bangladesh, in the mind of the people there, India had a positive image. Why positive image? Because India has helped Bangladesh in gaining its independence from Pakistan, and India largely has backed Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. And India was against what you can call as Sheikh Ziaur Rahman that time. So that is why we have seen that a shift is taking place from pro-India to anti-India this context as well. Now, what do we done here? What is the way forward for both India and Bangladesh? How they can ensure that the relationship does not deteriorate further? So there are several recommendations. First of all, obviously, we cannot solve this issue by military might. it has to be solved by dialogue and discussion, and that is the first step, and that has to be instituted on all front, whether it is economic front, political front, or military front as such. Second, Bangladesh is also advised to initiate high-level talks with partners in both public as well as private sector, and that is why there is a need to develop a collaborative framework rather than retaliating and taking countermeasures against each other. Now, this is general consensus among the experts, or what you can call as academicians from both India side as well as Bangladesh side. Dhaka must also increase its diplomatic energy and commercial alternative, that is some of the anti-Indian stance we have seen coming from Bangladesh, rather than managing the situation, rather than coming to the discussion table, rather than softening their anti-India stance. Many of the experts from Dhaka also are saying that rather than focusing upon India and being dependent on India, we should look at alternative partner. And that is why they have taken partners such as Pakistan and China. Now, this obviously will be catastrophic to Bangladesh, because you know that friendship with either Pakistan and China has never yielded good result or outcome for any country. For example, whether you're talking about debt burden that is being seen among countries such as countries of Africa like Ethiopia or Sri Lanka, for example, Myanmar, for example, we can take. So obviously later or now we can say only possible solution for Bangladesh is to come to the discussion table and soften their anti-India stance, ensure that India's security and unity, sovereignty will not be threatened from the Bangladeshi border side. As far as India is concerned, we know that elections already have been announced in Bangladesh. So unless and until new party come into power, we have to understand also that the political reality of Bangladesh has shifted. Now the Awami League or Sheikh Hasina, it is very, very difficult that she can go back to Bangladesh and form a new government, because her party anyway has been disbanded as such. So it is time for India to look beyond the Awami League, and in Bangladesh, currently the only party who is leading the elections and what you can call as who is going most probably to win the elections and form the party is Khalida Jia led Bangladeshi Nationalist Party as well. So India should try to increase its communication and contact with that party as well. It is time to project what you can call as a fresh positive image to Bangladeshi voters and work on the best option available to us. That is how we are able to tackle this Bangladeshi issue and strategic dilemmas. That is all about this particular video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you very much.